Hello, Maddie here from Pink Pig Financials, and today I'm here to talk about co-working. So, over the last few years, the way we've worked has seen a significant change. With working from home becoming the normal and the world opening back up again, many haven't wanted to continue their long daily commutes into an office. And for some small businesses, renting a permanent office space that's not getting as much use or regular use is costly and a bit of a waste of their resources. So a lot of them have decided to perhaps close down that permanent office and work from home. But working from home also has its pros and cons. So whilst it might keep the costs down for the business and it offers that flexibility, it also has many distractions. So perhaps you might be distracted by your children or your pets, or even just jobs around the house. You might get distracted by the washing machine and the TV and ironing and all sorts of things around the house that could distract you. So this is where co-working might be a good solution for you. If you're not quite wanting a permanent office space or an entire office space for yourself, but you don't really want to work from home all the time either, then co-working is a good benefit. So what is co-working? Well, it's a space that's an arrangement where people of different businesses share an office space under a flexible agreement to suit your needs. So it might be, and different areas have different ways of working, but it might be that there's a hot desk that you can have on an ad hoc basis, just as and when you need it, or you might be able to rent a desk on a more permanent basis, or even a small office within the building. And they also have meeting rooms that you can book for perhaps client meetings or networking events. So really anyone can benefit from co-working, whether you're a small business or a startup, freelancers, remote workers, anyone can benefit. Just depending on what you need, you can make them as flexible or as permanent as you like. But we've come up with our top 5 advantages to co-working. So number 1, there's an increase in productivity and creativity. So with fewer distractions from your normal household life, you'll have more time to dedicate to your to-do list and getting all of your jobs done. You can structure your day a bit better when you're in an office and work a bit more efficiently. And the spaces are made to adapt to different work styles. So perhaps you need a quieter area, so you might pick your own little room. Or perhaps you enjoy bouncing off of other people with ideas for the creativity side of things. So you could be out in an open plan office where, everyone can help each other out. And like we've already mentioned, there's a flexibility and cost saving as well. So you're not really tied up into any lease or phone or broadband contracts. So it gives you the flexibility to use it as and when you need to and how you need to. So you're not tied into anything at all, which, is a great in-between from a permanent office space where you might be committing to so many years in an office. It also helps you to avoid loneliness, which is our third benefit. We do like to socialise. Perhaps at home, when you're working by yourself, you're sick and tired of being within the same 4 walls with only yourself for company, or perhaps you just have children around and you're fed up of just having only conversations with children. So sometimes we like to have grown-up conversation. Having a shared office space like in a co-working area is really good for that. And with that is networking. So this is our 4th benefit and advantage, is that you can bounce ideas around with other people and pick their brains and they can pick yours. And you might even find some new suppliers or even new customers in your co-working areas. It's really good networking opportunities. And our 5th one, and I think one of the most important, is the separation of work and home life. So I read on a social media post the other day that made a point that, are we working from home or are we living from work? So sometimes the lines might get blurred when we work from home, but by actually leaving the house to go to work, you're keeping that separate. So when you're at work, you are focused on your work and not distracted by your family. And when you're at home and you're with your family, you're not distracted by your work. So you're giving each of them the attention they need and deserve. So what's PPF's experience with co-working? So as you may already know, all of our team work remotely from anywhere throughout the UK, or really wherever they can get Wi-Fi, and that really suits us as a team. But one of the ways that we can continue our remote working is by building our connection as a team so that we work well and have a good communication and relationship with one another. So we do have our weekly team meetings online, and that helps us keep up to date and get to know one another. But one of the best ways we've found that has helped us to build these strong connections and makes our team work so well together is that we have once a month a day that we meet up in a co-working space all together. Now, we use one in Bishop Stortford called The Residence, and this works really well for us. They also have an office in Newport, so if you're local to the area, feel free to check them out. This isn't an advertisement, but just us observing how we like working together. But yeah, the team have really benefited from the connection that we build with each other, which we get from our co-working space. Now, you might not be sold on co-working just from this video, but why don't you perhaps take a look around at your local area, what there is to offer, what options there are, and maybe even book in a trial day, book a hot desk for a day and give it a go. You might be surprised. Now, if you are local to Bishop Stortford or Newport, they offer your first day, your first hot desk for free. So you're not really losing anything, so maybe give it a go. If you've got any questions on how we found it and any other ideas that you'd like to share with us, then feel free to let us know.